everyone. I'm in school today, as you can probably see from everything behind me, but yesterday evening I went for a lovely walk at about 7 o'clock and looked at lots of wild flowers. And I've made a little video of them so that you can maybe look out for them in your gardens or window boxes or lanes or parks or anywhere you can see flowers growing. Quick reminder, you should never ever pick wildflowers. They're actually protected by law, so enjoy them with your eyes but don't pick them to take home. Thanks very much. So the first plant we're going to look at is called white dead nettle. Now these are called dead nettles because they look just like nettles but they don't have any sting. So look, you see I am holding the leaf, I'm not getting stung. They've got these beautiful white flowers. And they grow mostly in slightly shaded areas, so you can see this in the shade at the edge of the road. Second flower is red campion. Look at these beautiful pink leaves. So it's pink, but you call it red campion, and it's a wildflower that grows mostly in hedgerows or woodlands, but you could well see it in parks or anywhere where the grass hasn't been cut for a while because it's very, very prolific. And you'll see lots of these flowers around at the moment. So here we have a common or garden dandelion. If you have a garden or even just a window box or something, you'll quite often get these growing. Now you will have these, you'll be quite familiar with, they get those very puffy seed heads, and that's why their seeds get everywhere. And I'm not going to pick the flower, but I'm going to tear the leaf, and you'll see here, see that white milk, it's sort of very bitter tasting, and that's to stop animals eating it. But actually this is very popular with rabbits and guinea pigs. It's a very tasty snack for them. Here we have something hopefully everyone will recognise, some lovely daisies, which you can see anywhere, any grass there is, you'll find daisies on it. These beautiful star-shaped flowers are wood anemones. They grow in wooded areas, hence their name, but they turn their heads to face the sun, and when they are sort of almost past their best, you can see those little purple streaks they get on the base of their flowers. We have wood or dog violets, looking very beautiful in the evening sun, and you can get white violets as well, which have the same shaped flowers that are white. This beautiful yellow plant is a cowslip, not to be confused with cow parsley, and right down by it here is a celandine, which looks a little bit like a dandelion but has much smaller leaves and flowers. You'll see this everywhere on footpaths, growing in hedgerows, in the middle of central reservations. It's called cow parsley because its leaves are very like parsley if you have a look, although it's actually related to the carrot family, and these beautiful little white flowers. Now it's called also in the country Queen Anne's lace because it looked like the lace that the Queen and her ladies in waiting used to use to trim their beautiful clothes. You might well recognise this and be able to find it if you do have a garden or in a park. It's a pretty well known weed. We call it goosegrass, and it's so cool because it sticks onto things like goose's spit. So I'm going to stick it onto Mr. Bates's back. You can see it's got tiny little hooks on it that mean it sticks on there. There we go. And here are some wild strawberry plants, identical to domesticated strawberry plants, but their fruit is much smaller and almost has a sort of sharp sweetness to it. So in a few weeks' time we'll come back here, hopefully see some lovely strawberries. Here we have a plant you might well see in your garden. This is wood forget-me-not, and they have a sort of tame garden cousin. They're beautiful bright blue with a yellow middle. And if you look very closely, you can see the middle of the plant is like a little star. It's really, really lovely. They're called forget-me-nots because when soldiers were marching off to war in the Middle Ages, their young sweethearts used to throw them at them or tuck them into their uniforms to not forget them, to come back safely. So you may well recognise these. These are bluebells, and you can see the gorgeous kind of droop of the head and the little blue bell-shaped flowers which give them their names, and they're all just starting to come out now. And you can see if I Let's pan up there. The wood is absolutely filled with them. It's really beautiful. Now, challenge question for anyone who can correctly identify this beautiful flower. Paste your answer below.